Coming to you guys live from Cardrona, New Zealand. Just want to come on and talk to you guys, answer any of your questions, give you guys like an update about how everything's been out here. As you guys can see, it's like an insanely nice sunny day today up in Cardrona. So great for the park. Been doing a bit of free riding up here too. And yeah, just trying to make the most of this spring weather up here. Hope you guys have gotten the chance to get out, do some boarding, and if you're in the northern hemisphere, I think the snow is on the way. So exciting times. Let's check in, see who's already in the chat. We got Chewy in the chat. What's up? Is that Nevea? Thanks for hopping on. We got Michael. Chewy wants to know, are we leaving soon? So we're here still for like, I think 5 or 6 more days. So yeah, we still got this week to snowboard. So still a bit of time. But yeah, Nevea, if I see you up here this week, it would be fun to get a few more laps in. Yeah, running the different board too. This is the K2 Indoor Survival. More of a park board, pretty jibby, soft for butters. Yeah, super fun board. Grant wants to know, is your day just starting? No, so it's actually just kind of coming to an end. I think it's almost 3 p.m. here. So we've been riding since around 10. And yeah, so kind of like on the last lap or two up here. And just gonna, actually after this, we're going to a spot called the Cardrona Hotel and get some food down there. But yeah, it's the last, kind of towards the end of the day. There was a contest up here, so a good chunk of the terrain park was closed. But we still had fun, like exploring the mountain today, doing getting some side hits, and just having some fun up the mountain today. Yeah, we got Insane 3 Art. What's up, brother? What's up, Jake? Thanks for hopping on, man. We got Rob says, what up? Long time no chat. Yeah, dude. Well, thanks for hopping back on. Oh my gosh. Man, big gust of wind came through. Man, it's insane. Woo! Yeah, we had a big gust of wind come through, and I almost lost my snowboard. Luckily, I got it. All right. Hope you guys can still hear me. Test. I think it's all good. Little dive for the board. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely one of the things you never want to do when you're up in the mountains is lose your snowboard down the run. So that was a close call. Never happened. That's like a live chat first right there. All right, let's see where we left off. The screen's kind of wet. It's gonna be white. Oh man, I can't wait to go back and rewatch that. That was pretty wild. All right. Oh, we got a super chat from Bad Riders. Oh no, it's not super chat. It's 8 months. Bad Riders, what a legend. 8 months as a member. Yeah, if you guys want to become a member, hit the join button. There's lots of great perks there. Bonus live chats. If you have clips you're riding and you want me to check them out and give you some feedback, you can do that with in the members area. So lots of cool stuff going down over there. All right. Yo, Oliver says, nice meeting you, Kev. Yeah, Oliver, awesome meeting you too. Yeah, it's so fun meeting people up here. Like every day we're meeting somebody new, so it's super fun. All right, we're back at it. Rob says, eagerly awaiting winter, all Mount Hood and Timberline. Season pass in hand. Nice. Oh, super fun. Mount Hood, Timberline season pass. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Maybe I'll see you out there at some point. be frank, springboarding in southern hemisphere or northern hemisphere. So yeah, we're down south right now. We're down south in New Zealand. This resort is Cardrona, one of my favorite places for park, for like, yeah, catching the end of their season, end of the southern hemisphere season. We've had like a few POW days actually while we've been here as well, so it's been fun riding the POW, just getting some park laps in and kind of getting an early jump on the season. But I have seen that in Mammoth Mountain in California, they got some snow a couple days ago. I don't know if the snow stuck around; it may have melted, but snow is falling in places in the north as well. Chewy says, I think I'm coming up Wednesday. If not, I think Friday. So yeah, I should be up here hopefully both days. Weather dependent. I know if like sometimes it gets too windy up here and sometimes the mountain closes because of the high winds, but yeah, if the snow's decent, if the weather's decent, we'll definitely be up here both days. Aiden, what are the temps out there now? I mean, it's probably a little bit above zero, maybe like 5 degrees Celsius. It's warm in the sun, but it does get pretty cold in the shade, and there's a cool breeze. But I'm just like wearing like a long sleeve sweatshirt, so it's pretty manageable. We got Grant asking, how am I liking the clues? Yeah, loving them so far. The clue bindings, so they're right now, I've got the high back on my boots, but yeah, super easy to get in and out of. Yeah, they feel super good. I feel like what I like about the clues is that you have the convenience of the stepping in and out, but then you also get the performance of having a heel and toe strap. So I like having straps to get that secure feeling, and then adding in the step in function is just like the best of both worlds. And you can, like, if you don't want to use the step in and out function too, you can just use them as regular bindings too. So they're kind of like regular bindings. They feel exactly the same, ride exactly the same. The only difference is you have the option to step in and out if you want to. I feel like a lot of brands, they don't mention the stepping out as much, because stepping out of the clues is super easy. So it's got the cord right at the top of your high back, makes it super easy to step out of. There's a link to the clues in the description and of my gear. If you guys need any gear, or if there's something I'm talking about in every video, there's links in the description to check out gear. I hope I'm caught up to the spot where I lost my snowboard. Yeah, I like dove and caught it. I was like, there's no way that this thing is flying away from me. Like a giant, like I'm sitting in like a fairly calm spot on the mountain, and then all of a sudden this like big gust of wind like almost knocked me over, and then my board like just hopped right up out of the snow and started heading down. So I'm diving at it. I don't want my board flying off of one of those large jumps down there. What are my thoughts on the ride shadow ban? To be honest, I haven't had a chance to check that board out or ride it, but yeah, I'm sure there's some good tutorials out there. But if I get the chance, I would like to test out some more ride boards, and we'll look out for the shadow ban. John says, hey, Cardrona still looks amazing this late in the season. Yeah, I mean, when we first got here, it was a little bit more bare, but then there's been like probably 3 snowfalls in the last month. So kind of filling stuff back up. Yeah, like all of this has been filled up. So it's been an interesting spring. Real days like today, but also some POW days too, which has been interesting. Chewy says, have you had Perky Nana? It's a classic Kiwi treat. You can leave New Zealand without having one. Okay, I'll keep an eye out for a Perky Nana. What kind of a treat is that? I have had the New Zealand candy that is like the strawberry licorice with chocolate inside. I do really like that. Never Home Biker says snowboarding in Austria this year. Yeah, well, I hope you are, and yeah, it'd be super fun to make it out there. Adventurer Carlo, if you're ever back in Bogus Basin, I will try to make it the same day. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, link up with El Stacker and Adventurer Carlo, you as well, man. Bad Riders, we have snow falling here this week, 50 centimeters forecast, but too little too late for our season. Yeah, I think because all the Australian resorts unfortunately closed, and then all the Aussies came over to New Zealand. So when you're up in the lift line here, it's like everyone that was supposed to do a snowboard trip in Australia changed their plans. They flew over here to New Zealand. So yeah, sorry Adam that your season got cut short. And yeah, all the Aussies ended up over here. Hopefully next year it's a better one. Thanks, B. Frank, for hopping on. Oh, Bad Rider says audio is getting choppy. Okay, let me just make sure that this is all plugged in. I'll try to hold it still. So, yeah, maybe Adam, keep me posted, man. Let me know if the audio is getting better or worse. Bad Riders with the super chat. Thanks, man. Loving the NZ content. When's the next video dropping? So yeah, I just had a video drop about the clues, clue bindings first impressions, and yeah, there's going to be another one coming soon. So I've got quite a few videos ready to go. Yeah, in a couple days. Got a new video. We did hit a day at Treble Cone. So Cardrona was closed one day, so we went to Treble Cone instead. So we do have a video coming from Treble Cone, so watch out for that one. Guitar One, what do you think of all the hate Clue gets online? People say it's over-engineered a lot. Do you think that's the case? I don't. I think that, it's always good to see innovation in snowboard gear, and I mean, yeah, innovation is always good. It's you can try different ideas, different things. Yeah, and so far I'm really hyped on it. It's like I said before, like having traditional bindings, being able to use them as like step in and step out bindings. So that's such a cool combo. I think the hate just probably comes from, I don't know, people just don't like it for whatever reason. They're just, with anything, people are resistant to change. Some people hate Teslas. I think a Tesla is super cool, but some people are like, hate them, but most people like them. So I feel like the hate, it comes from like small, like 1% of people who like traditional things and don't want things to change. And that's cool too. But yeah, I think it's a really good thing. It's like anything with, I can remember, when things changed from like tape to CD, there's people that wanted to, keep their their tapes, or like the record player. People still say that records are better than digital music, and that might be true. But, yeah, there's always gonna be hate out there, so it's all good. Lucas Chan with the super chat. Awesome, thanks, Lucas. NT $300. What's an NT 300? What's an NT dollar? But yeah, thanks, man. That looks like a huge donation. And you're dropping the thanks for being you. Awesome, thanks. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. That's awesome, dude. Thanks for the support. Have you seen David Jones? Unfortunately, David is in the U.S. at the moment, so was hoping to be able to meet up with David here. I've had the chance to ride with him the last few seasons in New Zealand, but this year just missed him because he's out traveling the world. But hopefully get to ride with David this winter in North America. I feel like he's going to be hanging around North America a fair bit, so hopefully get to see him then. Yeah, Scott saying you got a dusting at Mammoth Lakes. Gotta come here this season. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna watch the weather, but might be heading back there if the weather's good. Lucas, just want to thank you for all the videos made. Awesome. Yeah, thank you, Lucas, for all the support too. Yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate you checking them out. And yeah, thanks for the support, Lucas. Chewy wants to know, have you had pineapple lumps? It's a little bit like that, but different. I have not had the pineapple lumps. So many cool New Zealand treats I haven't tried. Yeah, Bad Rider says he's got to head overseas, link up with SBC and Board Archive. Yeah, man. Oh, this is one interesting thing. So we were supposed to go to India this winter, and Canadians at the moment are not allowed to get a visa to enter India. So that plan is kind of in limbo at the moment, and I'm hoping that yeah, the relations between Canada and India kind of resolve so that I can get a visa to go. But Bad Riders, Adam, maybe we'll see you in North America. Get on the get talking to Chuck and El Stacker too. Maybe we can have a big crew meetup. That'd be awesome. Hello world, how is the Cardrona conditions? It's definitely like spring conditions out here today. So warm, soft snow, really good for kind of like natural freestyle stuff. There's actually a bit of soft snow, pockets of soft snow like in places as well. Chewy says, audio is getting bad. No, okay, I'm gonna try going just off of the phone. All right, let me know guys, is this audio any better? Test, test, test. I'm gonna go to the top. All right, let me know everyone, is this audio better or worse? Let's see what people are saying. Is this audio better or worse, everyone? Let me know. Yeah, shout out to Hugo Rapp, just hopped on. Scott G. All right, NT300 is 10 bucks USD. Awesome, that's still pretty sweet. Max says it's better. Okay, cool, it's better. All right, thanks guys for letting me know. Joe says, I just bought my first board. I'm having trouble figuring out my stance. Like the stance width and positioning on the binding, or like the angles. Tried 15 and -15, but felt hard to me. Yeah, I mean, play around with it. You can take it, you know, make that 15 and -15. You can take it in a little bit, a few less angles. Maybe have like your front binding angled more than your back. And also, like, one trick that I usually use as a guide is when your bindings are set up on your board, you should be able to fit from your elbow to your knuckles of your fist in between your bindings. That's kind of like a good guide to knowing like how to put them. So bottom from your elbow to your fist, that should be that your arm should fit in between your bindings but still be touching. What's your favorite battalion board to ride? I mean, so far I haven't ridden a ton. I rode the Global Warmer, which I don't think they produce anymore. And I've also rode the Battalion Surfer. Those two, I think I would like the Surfer more. The Surfer is pretty cool. Is TJ there too? Unfortunately, no, TJ was here earlier. Our schedules just didn't work out this year. And so TJ was here like a month or so ago. Right. Arlight says, how clue bindings will work with a 120 kilogram rider? Are they robust enough? I think they are. If you have any questions about that, I'm sure you could contact them and ask them. But I mean, the metal clips that clip you in seem very robust. You just give them a call, or maybe there's some kind of if you look at their binding specs, maybe they have weight specs on there. I'm just gonna go back a little bit, make sure I didn't miss any. Oh, try facing the wind. All right, I'm gonna try facing the wind. Sorry for the audio issues, guys. All right, let me know. Should I keep the audio like this, or should I plug this back into it? So I was using this. Maybe if I put this back on. Yeah, let me do a little experiment. Let me try plugging the old audio back in with the windshield. All right, test. All right, so I got the old audio. Let me know how this sounds. Is this better? Did I just make the audio better or worse? Michael says, of the boards you brought with you, which has been your favorite? I think I like the Aeronaut, the Capita Aeronaut. I think that one's been my favorite. It's just a bit stiffer. It's pretty versatile too for like jumps, carving, powder, all that kind of stuff. So this one, the Indoor Survival, is super fun too, but that one's more for like butters, jibs, and there hasn't been as much of an opportunity to do that stuff on this trip. It has been more of like a free ride, all mountain trip, and so the Aeronaut's been perfect for that. Sweet. So Robert says audio is great. Okay, good. Fixed it up. Have you ever ridden Mount Hutt, New Zealand? I have not been to Mount Hutt. I know it's like about 6 hours from here. So I've been meaning to get over there, but I mean, it's just one of those things. It's like so far. If I come back next winter, maybe I'll plan to do Mount Hutt as well. We the People says, you gonna try the Capita Megadeth this season? Probably. I hope so. I hope to check it out. That board looks insane. Yeah, the Megadeth. Max says, is the Never Summer Snow Trooper and Union Flight Pro bindings good? Yeah, good combo. I think those Union Flight Pros are going to be like a softer binding, so something that's a bit more mellow. And the Never Summer Snow Trooper, I haven't actually ridden before, so that one's a gamble. But yeah, I mean, it sounds like a good combo. Dynamic, what are your favorite places in Japan for powder snowboarding plus good vibe, good village vibe? I mean, Niseko, you can't go wrong. Like all of the resorts kind of right at Niseko there, I think that's my favorite. Yeah, the village is super cool. You got some food trucks, you got an awesome snowboard shop there, lots of good places to stay, and pretty easy to get around town too. Like, yeah, Niseko is probably my favorite. Maybe Hanazono, maybe my favorite part of Niseko. Going out some of those gates and into some trees and gullies and stuff is super fun. We the People says, thanks for the answer. I live in Bend, Oregon, and just built the new 6-pack on Bachelor. Stay tuned. Oh, awesome, man. Oh, that's sick. We'll have to get down to Bend, Oregon and check out your handiwork. That's really cool. Bad Riders, some controversial opinions in the hardest things to learn while snowboarding. Yeah, I mean, when I was thinking about it, I'm like thinking, yeah, what are the hardest things to learn in snowboarding? It's definitely, I mean, the chairlift, getting on and off the chairlift is definitely up there. Riding ice as a snowboarder is tough. And I mean, flat and narrow runs, that's gotta be top 2 hardest things. So maybe the third one is a gamble, but even like switch riding is easy compared to like riding your first flat and narrow run. Or yeah, what else would be the hardest things in snowboarding? I feel like chairlift and flat narrow runs have got to be up there as the hardest. What do you guys think? What's the hardest thing about learning to snowboard? Best food in Japan, Grant Bayer wants to know. So I would say 2 things. I mean, there's three things. Like the ramen is super good. It's a little bit tricky. So I'm vegan, so going to Japan, it's a little bit trickier to find like vegan Japanese food. But you can find like the vegan ramen. There's always veggie sushi. So even at the most fishiest like seafood sushi place, they always have like the veggie option. And then at the airport, they had this really good veggie curry. So Japanese veggie curry. But my favorite of the three would probably be just like really good veggie sushi, like with some like avocado, cucumber, carrot. That's probably my favorite. Maybe some like veggie tempura. So it's not the most exciting Japanese food. I know there's like all kinds of fancy stuff like Wagyu beef and fancy things like that. But still, yeah, I still have an awesome time with the food in Japan, even if it is all veggie. Chronic says, the hardest thing for me is the penguin walk. For some reason, I can't get that down. Yeah, I mean, just keep it up. I feel like the place where you do it is important. Maybe like a slight incline, just like a slight one. Something that's fairly flat, but just goes up a little bit. I feel like that's a good place to start with the penguin walk. Oh yeah, people mentioned the T-bar. The T-bar is being super hard. That's true. Maybe like harder than riding ice could be riding the T-bar as a snowboarder. I'll give it that one. The T-bar could be in there. So I'll have to make a part two to that hardest things in snowboarding. Part two could include the T-bar. Bad riders, I think the hardest thing to learn could be a serious hitting bumpy mogul terrain, lift lines, finding a good crew to ride with, in my opinion, and some of the harder things to learn. Yeah, that's true. Moguls are definitely gnarly if you're a beginner too. I mean, there's so many. So I'll have to like make this like a video series of hardest things to learn. Grant says ramen sounds amazing. Yeah, actually, I'm getting pretty hungry. We're gonna have to head down to that Cardrona hotel soon and grab some food. Bad riders. Oh yeah, and also finding your like proper like riding stance. That takes a bit of getting used to as well, a little bit of experimenting. We the People says, come to Bend. I'll grill you up some elk, deer, and antelope. You'll change your tune after these tasty dishes. Oh man, yeah, sounds good, dude. That'd be awesome. Just grill me up what the elk eats. I'll take some grass or something like that. Mike says, T-bar always gives me pause. Laugh aloud, just gotta go for it. Yeah, I mean, I feel like with the T-bar, it takes like 3 or 4 falls, and then you kind of like get the hang of it, and then after that, you got it. But there can definitely be that like process of getting on the first time, which is difficult. Oh yeah, Grant says, what did you use to translate in the grocery store in Japan? So I think I just had Google Translate and downloaded the Japanese like section so that I could just hold my phone up to like ingredients and it would translate, because a lot of stuff in Japan is packaged. So sometimes you don't know what's inside, and using the Google Translate, like that's pretty much out the entire time that you're in this grocery store in Japan. Grilled grass, yeah. I mean, yeah, yeah, they usually don't have too many substitutes for things like that. Like last night I had veggie chicken nuggets, but there's no like veggie like elk burger. But I mean, I'm pretty casual. John says, how do you prep your day with food when you're up on the mountain? I mean, if I'm on it, I'll like make a couple sandwiches and put them in my bag. So I have like some plastic sandwich containers to prevent them from being squished as well. So if I'm on my game, I'll have those. Otherwise, I'll maybe throw a couple like muffins in my bag, or yeah, things like that. Things that are easy, that aren't too big or filling. But yeah, like we've had a few like veggie sandwiches, maybe like a few a chip like thrown in like a small bag, just have like a veggie sandwich and chips, or maybe a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or yeah, a couple muffins. So nothing. I usually like to eat before I ride and after, and maybe just a small snack through the day. Art Light says T-bar should be the most hardest thing to learn video. All right, yeah, I'll just keep putting like most in front of it, and then you guys will know like, oh, like this one is the hardest because it's the most hardest thing to learn. Especially when icy and steep and uneven. Yeah, when it's icy, bumpy, and steep, that's nasty. Any plans to link up with TJ? Where are you staying in the US for this season, Kev? Honestly, it's kind of like become a little bit fluid on where I'm gonna stay. Maybe I'm leaning towards Utah, but I'm also thinking I want to play the weather. So wherever the snow is dumping or whatever's open, that's where I want to go. So I'm just gonna keep an eye on it and probably book late. But yeah, Adam, if you plan to come kind of mid-season, then that's a bit easier to like lock into. Or if you don't mind kind of planning last minute too, we can all meet up somewhere. Max, what is your favorite snowboard of all time? Man, I'll give you my top 3. I mean, the Super DOA, I really love for park. The Jones Ultramind Expander was super fun in POW. The Nidecker Sensor Plus was awesome in park. And the Nidecker Beta APX was awesome in POW as well. I put out 2 videos like this time last year, my top 10 boards. And then I also got to throw in a K2 After Black was really sick for park, and the K2 Excavator was really fun in POW. Awesome, sweet guys. I'm just gonna let it go there. I'm gonna get out of here before they close the mountain. But yeah, it was sweet to talk to you guys, get caught up, and yeah, thank you guys for hopping on. If you guys have any questions that I missed, just hit me up in the comment section and I'll do my best to answer all your questions. Thank you guys so much for all the support. We're coming into the 2023-24 season, and I think it's going to be a really good one. And yeah, thank you guys again. I hope you have a great week, and I'll talk to you guys on here soon. All right, awesome. Later, everyone.